So I'm at this park, right? It's like really nice outside, but the wind is just so constant. Like 5 mile an hour winds that don't stop. So we're gonna be inside the car again, but I don't know if you can like see that lake from here. There's a whole lake back there that I was gonna film at. But here we are in a car. It's super bright outside, but windy, so I can't film outside. First of all, is this blonde now? Is that how this works? Oh no. It's yellow, for sure. For sure. But yellow's better than orange, I think. I've been alive for 8,491 days. Joe Biden has been president for 9 days. Kinda. If you count Saturday and Sunday. And like the Wednesday he started as like a whole day, he's already signed about 21 executive orders. Before Donald left, he signed 220. So Joe Biden is like a tenth of the way there. So we'll see how Joe stacks. We'll see how Joe stacks up. Joe's already hit a few topics, such as the environment, the economy, immigration, integration, and COVID. We'll just climb through each of those together. The first executive order that he signed is, it's such a long title. Why do executive orders have long titles? Advancing racial equity and support for undeserved communities through the federal government. I'm already confused. But if I'm being honest, racial equity sounds fake. In like a business perspective, equity is assets minus liability. So I'd have to guess that racial equity is like increasing the assets or decreasing the liabilities of a race, of being a race. Aren't we supposed to, don't we want to get rid of racism? How Joe Biden does specifically state, I have to read this quote because it's a quote, for all, including people of color and others who have been historically affected by persistent poverty and inequality, not inequity. As I kept reading, he did continue to define equity as, let me read this one too, because quotes, the consistent and systemic, fair, just, and impartial treatment of all individuals, including individuals who belong to underserved communities that have been denied such treatment. Let me read that again. The consistent and systemic, fair, just, and impartial treatment of all individuals, including individuals who belong to underserved communities that have been denied such treatment. That's just a bad definition. Because, like, you have to define underserved now. You're making new words up every time. An underserved community is defined by Joe Biden as populations sharing a particular characteristic as well as geographic communities that have been systemically denied a full opportunity to participate in aspects of economic, social, and civic life. Mouthful. That's a mouthful. So, it is less liability, basically, kinda, right? From like what I can interpret from the legal jargon, this one's not that bad. It's just like setting up a system to make sure people know the government already has like systems in place to help them. So this is like the help advocacy group or something. I don't know. Do I like it? No, because it doesn't help me. And it's also like trying to cut down on systemic racism. And like we need to be chipping away at that like all the time, I guess. In theory, I support it 100%. In practice, I'm super skeptical about what this is going to entail. Are more people going to get money from my taxes when I start paying, if I start paying taxes? I don't have a job yet. I don't pay taxes. Except when I like buy things. You can't escape sales tax. The next one he signed was Executive Order 13,981? 6. The next one he signed was Executive Order 13,986. If it was too long and you didn't read it, It ensures that everyone is counted during the census, no matter immigration status. Personally, I think the census is supposed to count all Americans. Kinda sounds like they just want to count everyone in America. And while, yes, it's true that not a lot of people are visiting America right now, in the future, it might implore states to go behind the federal government and just import people to get a higher population, to get more representation. I don't know. I just don't want to count people who don't plan on staying here, is the thing. If you plan on staying here, I expect you to apply for citizenship, and that should be becoming easier soon. Now, I would really like to go deep into each executive order that he's signed so far, but I need to make this into like a 10-ish minute video, and he's signed like 20-something executive orders, so if I spent 2 minutes on each executive order, some of them you could totally get like all at once, but others, you'd have no idea what they mean. So I tried to dumb all of them down, except for like the 3 big ones that I considered the big ones. They just so happened to be the first, second, and last one that he signed. Oh, not supposed to make that. It was just, yeah, sorry. So here are the ones in between. Executive Order 13,987, COVID stuff. Executive Order 13,988, lettuce, guac, bacon, tomato, queso rights or something. Executive Order 13,989, everyone working for Joe better be ethical. Executive Order 13,990, climate change is scary. Executive Order 13,991, please wear a mask. Executive Order 13,992, removing a lot of Trump stuff. Executive Order 13,993, it changed immigration priorities. Executive Order 13,994, let's use science to get healthy. Weird idea, right? Executive Order 13,995, COVID Task Force. Executive Order 13,996, COVID testing. It's pretty much all COVID related until Executive Order 14,004. One of those in between opened schools back up, which might not be the best idea considering there's a mutant strain going around in Europe that's like getting kids way sicker this time. I don't know if it's killing kids yet. But kids are like really big carriers, and teachers are very susceptible because they're all super old. That poor lunch lady who has to work or something. I don't know. Keep the schools online, I think, for now. Or homeschool. Moving on. Executive Order 14,004. LGBTQ plus people can die for their country. Because, like, why would you not let them? And here's the last one, which is like a doozy. Executive Order 14,005. I'm going to have to read this title. Ensuring the future is made in all of America by all of America's workers. The title alone sounds kinda communist. I don't know though, so let's read it. Let's read it, right? Policy. I'm gonna read it this time. Biden states that the government should legally use federal financial assistance awards and federal procurements to maximize the use of goods, products, and materials that are homegrown. Also, the government should be getting stuff to help American business compete in strategic industries to help the American worker thrive. And the last sentence really confused me, so I'm just gonna ignore it. From what I can tell, it's putting the American worker above the international worker, which, like, cool, but the language used sounds like the government plans on giving American businesses as much money as they legally can. And I'm pretty sure a government-backed economy is unreliable and unstable, right? Did Biden do more stuff in his first week? Yeah, obviously. But other people were involved. What I talked about today, as far as the public should be concerned, was all Joe Biden. I, as a member of the public, am shocked that Joe Biden can form legal documents. I wouldn't say he's doing, like, good things yet. He's just doing a lot of stuff that doesn't directly affect me yet. If Joe manages to actually help every American, then I won't have anything to criticize about him. And I'll have to fall back on, like, backhanded compliments. But for right now, as Mr. President continues his second week in office, I just hope he doesn't do something stupid that sparks a domestic or international, like, conflict, you know? As long as America doesn't get worse, Joe's not that bad. Gas prices are going up, so America's kind of getting worse. But that happens like every presidency. Just like exercise, it gets worse before it gets better, right? And so I guess we just have to wait for Joe Biden to mess up. And then once Joe Biden messes up, we can all attack him. That's how it works, right? That's how politics works. Should we tear down Joe Biden? Or should we give Biden constructive criticism? I don't know. He's not watching this. Joe Biden, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be a blip in history. His chapter is going to be so much smaller than Trump's. If I eat these words later, I might be happy about it. Because if Joe Biden does anything noteworthy in his, I'm going to say 4 years, then maybe his chapter will be bigger than Trump's. But right now it's not. And right now, I need to go edit this video. So yeah, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I don't know. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you next time.